push go live? Why you ain't go live in the first place? All right, so now we are live. We up and live on Spreaker. The Spreaker family will not be denied, cannot be denied. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you we got it for, we got the app for Android. I'm still working on trying to get the app for iOS, and I will get it. It's just gonna take some time. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like the expense for iOS is just ridiculous, family. So, you know, but that's how it go. That's how it go. I'm not mad. I understand. I'm not trying to knock nobody's hustle. Steve Jobs still got to get healed from the grave, and got a bunch of employees that he got. You know, they living fat. They living a life. So I'm not mad, right? So, hey, family. So we got a few things that we need to kind of discuss. One of the issues that's on my timeline that's kind of bothering me at this point in time is the shooting down in Clearwater, Florida. Are you familiar with it? Are you familiar with the shooting down in Clearwater, Florida? I want to read a little bit this to you while we sip on this water to knock it out so that we can do these libations. But I think that we need to truly pay attention to this issue. Of course, it's a black and white issue. We have the stand your ground law. All right, so you gonna really be interested in this one, Miss CeeLo. You know, because I'm just waiting for the first case to happen in a way that the white folks don't like, right? The stand your ground thing, right? So here we go. Let's go to it, because y'all got to see this. There's a video of this shit. All right. So for those that don't know, the stand your ground law in Florida, or the stand your ground law, basically says that you are allowed to, if you have a weapon, right? If you're legally carrying a weapon, a gun, right? You do not have to flee. You can stand your ground. So if somebody's coming at you, you have the right to kill them. You have the right. Let's say you have the right. They say defend yourself, but you basically have the right to kill somebody if they're coming at you and you feel that you are in danger. So down in Clearwater, Florida, we need to go and take a quick look at this. Shouts out to Miss LaShawn. Welcome. A man who was captured on surveillance video fatally shooting another man in Clearwater. Now, they're very clear on being just man to man, right? Man in Clearwater, Florida, during a parking spot spat as his young son watched nearby, will not be arrested or charged by police, according to Pinellas County Sheriff. I don't make the law, I enforce the law, Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gotlateri said during a news conference today. The law in the state of Florida today is that people have a right to stand their ground and have a right to defend themselves when they believe they are in harm. Now, let's go to the situation. We can jump past all the mumble jumble and let's just go to it. He describes the process according to witnesses. Now, check this out. According to witnesses, McGlotton, the guy that did the shooting, exited the store and walked over to Dredke, who was still, according to Pinellas County Sheriff, around 3:28 p.m. Thursday, Brittany Jacobs, 24, was sitting in her car in a handicapped parking space outside a Circle A food store while her boyfriend, Marcus McGlotton, 28, and their son, Marquise McGlotton Jr., 5, went into the store. So just listening to the names, you kind of know who they are, right? While the father and the son were in the store, Jacob was approached by Michael Dredka, 47, police said. The two then got into an argument because of where Jacob was parked, according to the police. So we'll get back to that in a second, right? But I want y'all to just absorb this with me. Soak it in, all right? According to witnesses, McGlotton exited the store and walked over to Dredka, who was still arguing with Jacobs in the parking lot. Witnesses say McGlotton forcibly pushed Dredka, causing Dredka Oh, they got the view. They got the view here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm sorry. I never saw the video. I just heard the story. All right. All right. So. Oh my God. All right. So now they actually had the footage up, and I want y'all to see that. I want you got to see this, right? According to witnesses, McGlotten exited the store and walked over to Drecka, who was still arguing with Jacobs in the parking lot. Witnesses say McGlotten forcibly pushed Drecka, causing Drecka to fall to the ground. Witnesses told detective that Drecka was on the ground when he took out a handgun and fired one single round at McGlotten, striking him in the chest. Police said in a statement. Now, so, Great Umoja, Brother Kwame. So what we have here, we have this white boy, Drecka, being the parking lot police. Right? He's the parking lot police. He goes up to a woman that he feels he has the right to go up to, and he starts arguing with her. Her dude comes out the store, walks up to homeboy, and homeboy continues to argue with her. Now, what the fuck was he supposed to do? Right? So now this is the issue. This is the issue for me. These are warning signs, right? Not only did this white boy able to pull out a gun and shoot this motherfucker in public, he was able to go home. He didn't get arrested. He might not even got handcuffs. They might have set him back in the back of the car, took a report, and let him go home. Family. I don't know what this say to you, right? But what it says to me is that, family, listen, we are at war once again. The evidence is very clear, and we have to be very strategic in how we move, right? Because nowadays, just pushing somebody, because like that's some shit from back in my day. See, the 24-year-old was doing some shit that I did at 24 years old, right? Because it's like, boom, back then, motherfuckers wouldn't shoot you like that. But now, it's almost like this motherfucker was expecting to shoot somebody. And I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna take it like that, but I'm asking you the question. What do you expect to happen when I'm coming out the store, I got my child, and you sitting up here arguing with my woman? What the fuck's supposed to happen? Right? So this dude felt threatened. This dude should be arrested for being a menace. Right? But no, he's not going to be arrested for being a menace. You know why? Because he has the legal right to stand his ground, even if his ground is arguing with your woman. He violated her space. So she should have had the right to pull out the gun to shoot him. Actually, she should have had a gun, and she should have pulled it and shot him. Or the man coming out the store should have had a pistol and went and shot him. See, because this is the point we're getting to. Because right now, it's almost like boundaries are being tested. I don't know. I'm looking. It's like boundaries are being tested. What are we going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? How far can we take this? You know what I'm saying? How far can this is you know what I'm saying? This is like having teenagers in my house. It's like when my sons, they would see how far they could push me. How far, you know what I'm saying? And it's sort of like this is what appears to be happening to us. How far can we go? So now I'm arguing with this black woman about this parking spot, which is really none of my business. If I was really affected by it, why not go into the store, complain? Why not call the police and have the police come and handle it? Right? You want to argue with a woman and you're a man. So as soon as some repercussions come, you pull out a gun and shoot. This is the America we living in. This is America. Don't catch you slipping, though. Don't let them catch you slipping, though, right? Don't get caught slipping, family. We got to be very aware, family. When we approach these situations, we got to go in with a mind state that this could be the last situation we in. So when you move to a point where you're putting your hands on somebody, family, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna say we should avoid if at all possible. When you put your hands on them, know that you gonna have to finish it. See, when he pushed that man, He gave that man enough space so they could. So now we ain't. If we gonna get into it with him, we can't give him no space. Either we got to be carrying and ready and be ready to lay them down, right? Or we're gonna have to take them out with our hands, because this makes no motherfucker sense. This dude should not be. He should not be free. He should not be free. Actually, he shouldn't even see tomorrow. But hey, that's America. I'm just saying. Hey. I mean, I just want y'all to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is crazy. You have to look at this shit. This motherfucker, homeboy pushed him, wasn't going to finish the attack. He pushed him. This motherfucker rolled up, pulled out a gun. It's almost like he had the gun ready. You know what that means? That's war, family. But I'm going to drink my water. Let y'all go and see the video. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, yo, you know, I mean, it's like, yo. And homeboy was walking away from him. I'm sitting up here wondering, how could the police look at this and let this dude go? This dude was, he pushed him. He just pushed him away because he should have been. Let me get off of this. I can't see this again. I can't see this again because this shit is ridiculous, family. You know what I'm saying? Grab your water, drink your water. We ain't even do the theme song yet. Let's do a little bit of the song. First off, I want to welcome you. You are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of December production. Of course, you know we're doing the Daily Toast. Try to blow up your old paradigm. Grab your glass. Put you real quick, hold on. Mr. Diddy. Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath. Drink. Now, dip your glass and sip some water. Fill your glass and drink some water. Press your glass and drink some water. Drink your water. Drink. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Drink. Last one. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink. Constantly vigilant. Good morning, Miss Tiandra. Happy belated birthday. All right, because, I was just thinking, I got my door open, this early in the morning. Could a motherfucker actually walk up and complain about me doing my show, and I tell him, get the fuck off my porch, and he could pull a gun and actually shoot me and say, I don't. Is Ohio a stand your ground state? Can anybody look that up? Is Ohio a stand your ground state? So if a motherfucker was complaining on my porch, you know what I'm saying? Could he, actually come and be like, hey, you're making a lot of noise in there, buddy. Could you quietly get the fuck off my porch? And then I get up in a threatening manner. Could he shoot me? Krista, you say no, 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 no? Is that a no, 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 no to my song? Or is that a no, no, no? Ohio's not a stand your ground state. And could one of the enemies get away with that? Would they take him away and be like, I felt threatened. Here's some video footage. He was in his house, but I felt threatened. Well, why did you walk up to his door? I mean, I don't know. But go on, let's drink the water and let's do our toast real quick because we gotta go and salute these ancestors because they out here doing. She looking it up. See, Andre, you've been drinking your water. Drink your water. You still ain't know. You never let me know what was going on with your SCOBY because you really piqued my interest because I'm hoping that it grew, that you got multiple SCOBYs, right, after all the brewing. My fault. After all the fermenting. I think you're a fermenter, not a brewer. So we still waiting. Miss CeeLo looking up whether Ohio's a stand your ground state. You know what? It might be because we're concealed carry. Yes, sir. You said it. It's a skull. Uh-oh. So, now you need another jar. You just pull one of the healthy ones off. All of them healthy, though. Pull one off, and you brew with it. Or you can have multiple jars. Or you go to Menards. Menards got 5-gallon food-safe white buckets. 5 gallons. You take about 4 of your SCOBYs. You drop them in all at the same time. You make you 5 gallons with the honey, right? The tea. You know what I'm saying? Get it ready just like you would do the regular jar. Take 4 of the SCOBYs, or you can take 1 and you can drop it in there. But I would take 4 because the 4 would become 1, and then that release some space up in your SCOBY hotel. But this is the problem. The same thing that happened with the small jar will happen with the large jar. Here are the states that have passed stand your ground laws. Damn. Family, we in trouble. Let me read them. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, West Virginia. Is that all 50? God damn. You know what I'm saying? That's stand your laws. That's stand your ground, family. That means that in all these states, y'all thinking that motherfuckers are scared of you because of your color. You think they scared of you, which they are. And they have a right to stand their ground. They don't have to do shit. They don't have to move. They don't have to do nothing. They could pull a pistol and be at home to eat breakfast. But the same go for you. So, at one point, I don't like guns. But the more I'm reading about this shit, the more I want to go and get my concealed carry and start dusting up on my marksmanship. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is getting ridiculous. Because these motherfuckers is laying us down state to state. We got police officers rolling up on us. Even though you got the concealed carry, they are shooting your ass. And I'm like, yo. So, being a warrior, I have to I gotta rethink my shit now. You know what I'm saying? So, and all right. So let's finish this water and let's get our toast on. Mm. Mm. Last little bit in the glass. I got to start brewing. I didn't start brewing yet, Kwame. I apologize. I'll start brewing though, cause I'm running out too. I gotta get that Kwame together for you. But actually, I gotta see if I got the right stuff. I know I got the bee pollen, but I need the ginseng. I gotta get the black seed. I got the dandelion root. Oh, burdock root is in short supply now. Can you call? Yeah, let me open the line real quick. Hold on. I'm opening the line. Miss CeeLo want to call in. Hold on. It's also Castle Doctrine, and Ohio has been Castle Doctrine State. This is her specialty, y'all. Phone lines are now open.
You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
I'm very concerned because this is the first time. I mean, this whole Uber conference thing, it's blowing my mind because they never didn't used to say that. All right. I'm on, CeeLo, so feel free to call in. There you go. All right, cool. The sound is on. So, we're waiting for CeeLo. All right. Call on the creator by the name you choose to call that creator. All right, we lift up our glass and we salute the Creator and we say Ashe. From there, we move on to the stars of the show. I'm still waiting, CeeLo. You call in because our ancestors understand we got business to handle while we go on and salute them. As a matter of fact, they like us to handle business, right? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech, Senator Davidson, Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William.
This call is being recorded.
Cool. All right, CeeLo. It's on you, so what you going to do?
Remember when I told you that my father was murdered in 1968?
Right.
The guy that did it did not do any time because of what they call, in Ohio it's actually called the Castle Doctrine, that a man or a woman has a right to defend their domain, their domicile, their castle. And it was a domestic situation where my parents had given refuge to his wife and their child because he was abusing the wife. He came by my parents' home and saw my brother and his son playing out in the front yard and kidnapped them out of the front yard and took them to his house and locked them up in the nest in the home.
Your brother and the boy?
My brother and the boy, yeah. So my mom got a hold of my dad at work. And he said, wait till I get there. And he got home and they went together to this man's house. Now, mind you, all four of these people went to high school together. They were friends. But they both had kids around the same time. They both got pregnant and they got married. Both of the couples had gotten married and each had their own home. So when my parents went to his house, my father said to him, he went unarmed. And he said to him, you can do whatever you want with your son, but can you give us Merle? That's my brother's name. Merle B. Thornton. That's my father. And we leave. Just give us Merle. And the guy kind of charged at my dad and started, fighting him. And my dad was just trying to hold him like, man, just be cool. We only do this. I'm just here to get my son. And the guy had a hunting knife down in his boot, and he started stabbing my dad in the chest. And he stabbed him 16 times. There was nothing they could do to save my father. They went to trial, and they said because my father went to his house, he had a right to defend himself. Even though he did not go armed, even though he did not engage him on a physical combat level, yes, you can kill people. Yeah. And that is how my father died, defending my brother and trying to get my brother from him.
So did they press any charge as far as kidnapping? Because kidnapping is move you when you if I tell you
I think that I would probably have to go back and look at the whole thing, but I think they focus more on the murder than you know what I'm saying, the lesser charges. Now fast forward that. Let me fast forward that for you to show you just how that really works even more. That woman ended up divorcing that man, and he actually left town and moved to California, which was probably smart because somebody in my mother's family would have killed him. There's no two ways about that. So he left and moved to California. That woman ended up marrying one of my mother's other brothers. He was an abuser as well, but this time she left and she went to go live with her parents. His name was Freeman. Freeman Baxter, rough customer. He kicked down the door at her parents' house, and the minute he did, she blew him away from him. And this time, there wasn't even a trial. When the police got there, her father, who was about 80 years old, couldn't even pull a pistol on the gun, said that he did it. He said that he shot him. They said it doesn't matter. He's in your house. Boys put him in a body bag. There wasn't even a trial that time.
Wow. Family, we're talking about, because we got Brother Second on here, we're talking about the shooting down in Clearwater, Florida. You can check it out. It's said to be a stand your ground piece. So now she's talking about the castle law, where somebody breaks into your house, you have the right to defend your property. In other words, you could take them as long as they're on your property. You inside the castle, because in the yard they'll get you. Huh?
Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Says no duty to retreat from the situation before resorting to deadly force, not limited to your property. Castle doctrine, limited to real property such as your home, yard, or private office. No duty to retreat. Use of deadly force against intruders is legal in most situations. In some states like Missouri and Ohio, even includes personal vehicles.
Man.
Duty to retreat. Duty to retreat. Must retreat from the situation if you feel threatened. Use of deadly force is considered a last resort. May not use deadly force if you are safely inside your home. So there are some nuances to it.
Right.
Depending on the state. Ohio is mostly what you call castle doctrine, mostly. And back then it was for sure. Now that we're a CCW state, it may be more full-blown stand your ground here. But I know we had castle doctrine even back in the 60s.
Brother Kwame, it was in Youngstown, and it was 1968.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the piece down in Florida, we really need to be very, very, very careful about what we do, because the boundaries is being tested. The boundaries is being tested, right? So let's get back to this toast. Calling on Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texas Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walter, Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, L, Nomo X, Pet Maya Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and the Luxter brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Argoso Sue, Shil Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Mary Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Tyler Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy. DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee, Mosley, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parson, Jason Cathy, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Addie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie, Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Beeman Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta, Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staton, Joel, Jamel Oz. Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lillian Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, John Dewey, and Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Harun Phillips, William Ford Jr., Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irving. Yes, I gotta talk with Miss Tracy about this ancestor list. Miss Tracy, if you out there, hit me up a little bit later because I want to make sure I get your your ancestors right. Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett. Is that one name, or is it two Margaret Logan and Phyllis Barnett? Or is it one whole name? I need to know. Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick. What's up, Shaka? What's up, Shaka? Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, and John Reed. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there we move to the present moment. We need to hit that present moment. Where you at? Come on, bring us into it.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you? Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
All right, family, we calling on the sense of urgency in this eternal now. We know, you know what I'm saying, we can't keep pushing stuff off to tomorrow. So our children's future lie in our hands now, in the now. So we got to handle business because they can't handle business for themselves. We got to handle business and we got to lay down that foundation. So we lift up our glass to our present moment. And right now we are on Umoja. Let's just run through it real quick so that y'all get a refresher. We on Umoja. If you don't know what that means, that's unity. Learn to speak the language. The demonic principle of the day is truth. The color is violet, which is a beautiful purple. Mentalism is the hermetic law of the day. If you was born on this day and you're male, the name is Kwojo. And if you're female, it's Adjua. All right? So, in the Emotional Emancipation Circle, African Center Cultural Virtue and Value Systems, from the Wolof today, we learn about Taranga. It's a sense of hospitality. In Akan ethics, truth. And the traditional Yoruba, we got Suru, which is patience. All right? So you got all those things you can draw on, all those lessons that you can learn, right? And use towards your people, right? So that we going to become a better group, you know, within the tribe. We're building a tribe slowly but surely. It's coming along. Don't give up on them shirts yet, family. The shirts are coming. It's just a matter right now. I'm waiting for the graphic designer. I asked for just a subtle change. I want to get the change. Then, boom. You know, I'll be able to order. And then I order the because I got the money for the T-shirts. I got the money for the printout of the shirt. And we're going to do it. All right. So we lift up the glass. And we say, Ashe. Right? From there, we move on to the future. We toast our children in advance because we're going to handle our business because we always do. So we lift up the glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, and we say Ashe. From there, we move to all of our relations, and we toast and we say Ashe. At this point in time, we do that selfish libation, right? That selfish toast right now. We toasting for ourselves, you know, the things that we need. What do you need in your life right now? Call on that energy because right now is here, is present with us, right? We called it down on the internet, so it's all over the world right now. So wherever you are, dip into the energy. Say what you need. All right? That we say Ashe. From there, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? We go to the most powerful being in the room. I toast you. Each and every last one of you for taking the time to come out and toast with us. Salute the ancestors. And I pray that you are feeling the spirit and the power of the ancestors because it is a marvelous thing. So y'all know my little glass bell broke, so I got to go and do something else. So we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Well, I might keep doing that. That sounded pretty good. So we wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years, family. Y'all take it easy. Uh-oh. Who that?
Who that be?
All right, what's up? What's up, CeeLo? What's going on? What else going on?
All right, so now I'm going to tell you the rest of the story.
Uh-oh. Is more?
My mother was explaining my act to me, but she did not know it. She didn't call it that. But my mother explained my act to me. At the time that my father was murdered, I was 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Going on 3. I turned 3 a couple months later. So by the time I was 14, I was around 14 or 15. That man that killed my father actually did move back to Youngstown.
What?
And yeah, we were sitting in traffic, and my mom said, "You see that man right there walking in front of the car?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "That's the man that killed your father." I said, "Hit the gas." He said, "No, that's not how that works." He said, "Let me explain to you what happened to him after that happened. Remember I told you there was another little boy taken out of the yard with my brother?
Right.
About a year later, he died.
Yeah.
That man moved to California, remarried, and had two little girls. One was stillborn, and the other one died within a year of being born, a crib death. So he lost 2 girls and a boy, exactly what he left my mother with. My brother was 3, I was 2, and my sister was 5 months in the womb when he killed my father. So exactly what he left her with is what was taken from him.
That's a book, girl. You know that, right? That's a book.
All right.
That's a book.
Yeah.
So, but yo, we want to thank CeeLo for sharing with us this morning, and also, I mean, bringing some light on the castle law, bringing some light on the stand your ground law, but also bringing some light. I mean, this how family is built. Discussion, stories. You know what I'm saying? What makes each of us tick? And I salute you, CeeLo, for having the courage to share your story with the fam. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the lessons that's in there will ring out into everybody's life.
And yes, I am a CCW.
Yeah, we know. We already know. We know. We know. So we about to get up out of here because I gotta get ready to get these kids to my mama's house and go to work, go to my adventure. Did you do your 3 miles a day?
No, we started to, and that's what I was on my way to, and it's raining over here.
Wait, you don't live that far from over. Oh, so the rain. Hopefully, the rain is coming this way, so we don't have to water the plant.
Water the garden?
Yeah,
I know, right?
Man. So hey.
Yeah, I live up. Yeah, well, you know where I live. Yeah,
right.
So it was raining. So.
All right, cool. So that because it's not raining over here yet. So.
Oh, okay. Well, it's raining over here.
Right. Because I'm off. So, all right, family. But, yo, we up. Y'all have a great day. And with that, I say peace. Peace out, Facebook.
Peace.
Peace out, CeeLo. Where you at? All right, Spreaker. I want to thank y'all for hanging in there. All right. Like I said, if you want to get your ancestors on the list, hit us up at 614-300-1875. Right? So, get your ancestors on the list. If you want some information, you want to be put on one of the lists to let you know when the shows are going down. If you want to be put on our in a sense, our news list, we could do it. So we up and we are out. Y'all have a marvelous, marvelous day.